Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? So I hope that you enjoyed the new moon last night. I would love to hear if you did anything special for it. I did it more oddly enough in the afternoon. I did just a little candle for Passion for Life, and have like a little altar and crystals and cards and such that all match it. Oh, I think Lulu wants to come say hello. Yeah, so this is, for those of you that haven't seen her yet, this is Lulu. So she's my little angel. Yes. Did you want to say hello to everybody? Okay. She's now going to be bummed because she wants to be on my lap. So, all right, so let's begin. All right, so actually, I want to talk about something for a moment. So before I start the video, I sit down, and sometimes I do it in pieces. Sometimes I'll sit down and do this piece, and then I'll actually come and do the reading. Get the dog ready. It's breakfast for the morning and such. But what I do is I use a pendulum with a light and just double check. So I have a bunch of cards out and I lay them out, and I actually hold the pendulum over which one am I meant to use today. So each day the decks are chosen by the pendulum. So I got a deck yesterday that I've just started working with, so I don't know it very well, but the energy from it is like makes my hands tingle, and I was like felt guided to bring it down to test with the pendulum, and it is amazing. It's the Lemurian Star Child Oracle, and it was probably, I got it yesterday. It came in the mail yesterday. I ordered it a few weeks ago, and it took a while to come in. So oh, see, the energy is getting overwhelming. So a couple of years ago, maybe like 2.5 years ago, I had a Lemurian come to me and start working with me, and I've been working with them ever since. It comes and goes. Like I don't work with them every single day, but like I used to, but I still work with them, and it's an amazing energy. So if you want to look up Lemurians, or when you go into meditation, start working with the Lemurian guides, because I did get a yes to work with the deck today. So I want to talk about it for a moment. I almost did just like an unveil, like an unboxing video, because that's how much I'm in love with this deck. So there's 88 cards, and as you can tell, they are a handful. I thought they were going to be really hard to shuffle, but they just flow. It's really good card stock, and it just, or maybe it's just the energy of them, but wow, they just feel really good in my hands. And I don't say that about all decks. The book is huge, and I can't wait to start diving in. I'm like so excited. Now, many years ago, like I had just been guided and told to stay away from reading about Lemurians, just have my direct experience with the Lemurians coming through to me. And that way it won't start to get too confusing, or and my guidance won't be, what do you call it, with them, and my experiences with them won't be colored by what I was reading. And so the fact that I got this, and it feels just, the energy is just so amazing. I'm so excited, and I really feel pulled to work with it. So I'm glad that I finally have a Lemurian text that I can research with and just dive into more of this energy, because I've only been having my direct experiences. So anyway, so let's begin. So we're going to start off with the Angel Tarot. Ooh, the Four of Wands. It's 4 of fire in this deck. I don't know if you can tell, but my mind automatically switches the cards. So it's 4 of fire. Contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So for me, the Four of Wands is a few different things. It is everything that it says here, but it is also like, it's about celebration. It can be the card of weddings. Okay, it could be card of big celebrations. Now, obviously, we're not having big celebrations right now, but it's also the 11:11. So like the two wands, 11:11. Okay, so what does 11:11 mean for you? So also for some of the people that watch my dailies, there is a twin flame component to the 11:11. So it also is a card. So when I see the 4 of fire or 4 of wands, I see stability, a strong, healthy foundation. And what comes from that is your Four of Wands card, like your strong, celebratory type connection. So let's see what else they want to say, because this might have nothing to do with relationships. We'll see. All right, so now I'm going to work with the Lemurian deck. We'll see. And I do shuffle these beforehand. Oh, two cards just fell right out. I don't know if you saw that. I didn't see where it was on the screen. Wow. I just love the energy. It just, like, my hands are tingling, guys. So, Crystal Child, your natural your natural core, pure, innocent, removing falsehood, Seer. And then look at this. This is two child cards, star children, no veils, psychic, different, cosmic inspiration, and light. Oh, look at this card. Oh, wow. Look at the elephant and the two children sitting in the flower. So both of these are talking about, like, the crystalline children, the star children, and both of them, like, this one says innocent, removing falsehood, Seer, cosmic inspiration, light, psychic. So immediately what I'm hearing with the Four of Wands. So, okay, this is a quick message. This isn't the overall message. I feel like this is for someone or just a few people specifically. So for some people, I'm just going to get this, oh, excuse me, this message out quick. So for some, there could be that you're married and that you have children, and that these children are very sensitive and very psychic and seers, okay? And that you have a strong foundation at home to be able to teach them how to listen to that open voice that they already have, 722, because they come in naturally psychic, okay? So the other message that I'm getting is that in your foundation of who you are, so this is whether, you can think of it as if you are the person that is married and talking to about children, you could even apply this to yourself, but this is for the collective more than the individual person or people that I was talking to a moment ago. So what I feel like is that this one, the Four of Wands, and there's a dragon in there too. That, like a fiery dragon for transmutation. And look at the will. There's the third. We've been getting the third chakra a lot in our readings, our daily readings. So it is the Four of Wands. So that like strong foundation within yourself. Like, so what I'm feeling is that for the collective that I'm reading for, I'm sorry, my throat is starting to go. So I feel like, the reason why I feel like my throat chakra is starting to go is because most of these readings, since I started doing these, have been about self-care and like getting your voice out there and really expressing yourself and finding out who you are, and then, presenting that to the world authentically. And I feel like the collective that I'm speaking through, there's this energy of these cards are removing a block for myself, but also for the collective that I'm reading for. So within ourselves, there is a strong foundation, the 1111. Our inner children are very sensitive and psychic, okay? Our inner child, at the core of who we are, we can celebrate who we are and recognize that we are these crystalline star children, that we at our natural core are pure, innocent, and are seers. And we can remove the falsehoods that living in this world has given us, which is, the feeling of on this card here, being different. And it's time to celebrate our differences and recognize our sensitivities more and more. And so what that also means, and this came into the twin flame reading yesterday, is, when we have a foundation of who we are in this kind of energy, I feel like, no, I don't feel like it. What I know is that you can be very sensitive. So you can be very sensitive to toxins, to polluted air. You can be very sensitive to foods. So like you can get very addicted to certain things like caffeine, cigarettes, or anything like that. Much more so than the next person. And it could be very sensitive. Like, so the lotions that you put on, all of that kind of stuff can just really just be really sensitive. So you could have very sensitive skin. You could be very sensitive to caffeine, to medicines, to energy. So they just showed me, and this is true for me, but they just showed me somebody walking in a room and like being like their whole body feeling the energy of the room. And it really depends on how the energy of the room is, on how your body reacts. But sometimes it can feel like almost like an affront, like, oh gosh. And then other times it can feel like, oh my goodness, this is just speaking to my soul, it's speaking to my heart, speaking to who I am. And so the more sensitive that you get and the more that you open up, you're going to be getting down to this foundation of who you really are. And that within you is this child, this crystalline star child, who's just so sensitive and pure. And I don't mean pure in a negative way, like you're not pure now, but that pure, like, how do they want to say pure? Just removing the falsehoods, like the programming from our family lineage, from the TV, from society in general, and the collective layers that aren't who we are in truth. So that's what they mean by purity. And also, the purer the foods, the better. Especially for children, for people, and I do feel that people, the collective watching my videos, that this is it's true for you. You are. So if you're questioning it, I hope you're not, but you are psychic. You have a beautiful ability to see, to do what I'm doing in your own way, of course. Okay, that was too many. So I thought that there might be a few that we were supposed to take, but it was just like half the deck. All right. This is the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. Okay, they're saying stop. Oh, look at, there's a lot of oh, 2 cards came out. Interesting. Oh, I did some damage to these cards when I edged it. Oh no, bummer. Okay, so I don't think I've used it since, so I edged this deck and it definitely got wet or something. Anyways, so I've been playing like a child, and you can see it on my cards. Sorry, guys. This card is play. Have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. And look at, there's that the child card, like coming back to who you are, to the purity of your inner child. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Come on, guys. You are the oracle. You. Your vibration is rising, and the clock was 1333, so that's the Ascended Masters. So some of you could be working with Ascended Masters. Like for me, I love working with Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Paramahansa Yogananda, Mother Mary. So everybody is different in who they like to work with. Just whomever you want to work with. So the Ascended Masters, but your vibration is rising, and the Ascended Masters would love to work with you with that. But also connecting with your inner child, that crystalline child, that pure child within yourself, and recognizing that, you have these abilities to be the oracle. These cards, I know some people might get offended by this, but I find the cards to be absolutely amazing. I do feel a lot of energy in it, especially this deck. But these are mirrors. These are cardboard. These are beautiful tools, but they are just that. They are tools. The true oracle is the person behind the cards. And we're all at different rates in that. There are people who are just starting. There are people who have been doing it for years. And there's people that are just like just so in tune and with them, and they're like this beautiful like symbiotic relationship between them. But wherever you're at, they're saying you are the oracle. Have fun and celebrate. Like this is the same card. And getting back to your inner child and having fun with cards, having fun with recognizing that you are the oracle and you don't need tools. So I love to use the pendulum just to double check what I was getting, because otherwise I would use all these cards all the time. I love them so much, right? Like, so I just, or I might stick with some of my really comfortable favorites, right? So that's why I started using the pendulum. And so, you know, you can use the pendulum, you can use cards, you can use, oh my goodness, and anything, any kind of oracle. But don't lose sight that you are the oracle. You have a natural gift to see. You are a natural born seer. And again, I haven't read this book yet because I just got it. Like I just got it yesterday and opened it last night before bed. So because I just was busy yesterday. But what I do know about crystal children that I read about probably around 10 or 11 years ago, and what stuck with me is that a lot of crystal children, it could be it's the seer inside of you. So the crystal children, they're very sensitive to what they eat. They can have a lot of allergies, but also they can be silent. Okay, they're very good with telepathy. So if you're dealing with a child who doesn't talk much, but can communicate, kind of like Lulu, she sends pictures to me, right? So like, but you may have a child who's sending you pictures because they're a natural seer. Or it could be the inner child in you that's opening up to this side of you. And you can call in Archangel Raziel for that, because he is the archangel that's really good with clairvoyance. He's amazing. But having more fun and playing and recognizing that you are the oracle as your vibration is rising, and the more you play, the more that your inner child will help you get back to your natural state. Because you are the oracle and a natural born seer, okay? And let's just see the Sacred Self-Care deck. See what they want to say to help us move forward with accepting this aspect of ourselves, or to help our children. Also, what I'm hearing is if you do have children that are this sensitive, that helping and working with them. There are books, by the way, on crystal children and stuff like that you can get, and star children. But what I'm hearing is that the more that you work with them, the more that you are going to get in touch with your foundation, you know, with the child within you that's a natural seer. Like they've come down soul contracted to you, and they're going to help you wake up. But you have to, what I'm hearing is you may be in a push-pull struggle with yourself, for the people with children, and you may get really frustrated. So just as a reminder, they're saying be careful, do your self-work. Do your self-work, because the child is different. Your child or children are different. The child within you is different. So it's the old ways are not going to work, and you really have to learn and grow and do your best to be in touch with your guides and the ascended masters, to work with them in a way that's very different. Wow, I was not expecting this message, guys. So, okay. All right, so 2 cards wanted to come out. So we have 4, be still. So allowing yourself to be still. And look at 4 again. Look at, guys, 4, the 4 of Wands. And look at how she's the 4 limbs, right? The 4 of Wands. This is celebratory, though. This is like the fire. This is very different energy. In this is more you know, being still, you know, allowing yourself. It looks like she's on a yoga mat in Shavasana. So what I feel from this card is that recognizing, you know, like the star, like that you're part of the cosmos, being still, okay, quieting the mind as best as possible. You can try some mindfulness books or techniques, but just stilling yourself, not being mindful that you're not busying yourself as a form of escape and distraction. And then this card, which is 22, which equals to a 4, guys. I mean, look at this. And do you see how one is up and one is down? It's like the balance, beautiful symbiotic energy. You know, 4s, 2, 2, 2, 2 equals 4. And energy work. So if you know anybody, you could get some distance Reiki or distance polarity therapy or healing in some way. But you don't, 2020, seeing clearly, right? And then there was 22. But again, so what I'm hearing though is that you can absolutely do that. You can get distance work done. But what I'm also hearing is that you are a natural born seer. You have these natural abilities as your vibration is rising. So if you can't find someone that resonates with you, then you can absolutely do this with yourself and work in the 44 was just on there. So you can work with the angels to help, you know, with the energy work. Archangel Raphael is great for healing. He's helped me out immensely in my life. And, you know, working with, you know, aligning your chakras, going within and allowing yourself that stillness, because you're a natural born seer. You know, their eyes are closed here. So there's a different kind of seeing trying to come in. And then you're going to be able to start seeing with your eyes open in that different way. That's what I'm hearing. Okay? All right. Well, if you have any questions about this reading, please let me know in the comments. All right, I will be back tomorrow for the weekend reading. Okay, all right, all my love.